About the Colin and the Leprechaun, written by F. Forrester, illustrated by David Cockcroft. Colin goes to Ireland. Colin was so excited. She had never been to the island before. She had never been on the airplane. Now she was there, landing on Dublin, Ireland capital city. Colin and her parents were visiting her grandparents. She had never met them in person. She had only talked to them on the phone and seen them in family pictures. As Colin walked out of the airport, two strangers grabbed her and started to hugging her. After a few seconds, she realized that they were her grandparents. Colin watched out of the car window. The family drove by some fields. Her grandpa said mischievously, "Colin, be sure to keep an eye out for the little people." "Little people?" questioned Colin. "Who are the little people?" "The little peoples are the fairies," said Grandma as she drove. "Tales of the fairies go back to Celtic times in Ireland and Scotland. We have many legends and stories that tell about fairies and their world." "Yes, we do," said Grandpa. "There are many kinds of fairies. A leprechaun is one kind. He looks like a small old man. He's not friendly, lives alone, instead spends most of his time making shoes." Colin had heard about leprechaun before. "One of the great things about leprechaun," continued Grandma, "is that each one keeps a pot of gold. If you find a leprechaun, don't take your eyes off him," Grandpa warned. "Legend says that if you keep your eyes on him, and the leprechaun will have to take you to his treasure," Grandma continued. A long time ago," Grandpa said, "a man named Jack Fox found out that leprechaun could be tricky fellows." "Tell me about Jack Fox," said Colin. Grandpa began to tell the story. Jack Fox and the Leprechaun. Jack Fox was walking along the road when he heard a sound in the hedgerow. He had a suspicion about what that noise might be and started to get very excited. He peeked over the hedge and saw that his suspicion was true. There was a little man wearing a leather apron and pointing a hat. He was using a tiny hammer the size of a pin to shape a tiny golden shoe. Jack knew at once that he had found a leprechaun. Jack crept close to the leprechaun and said good morning to him. The leprechaun smiled, said hello, and offered Jack a drink of water. "Just hand me that bottle," the leprechaun said, hoping Jack would look away. But Jack stared straight at the leprechaun and said, "No, thank you." They talked for a while. The leprechaun tried many ways to trick Jack to looking away, but Jack wasn't fooled. Jack demanded that the leprechaun take him to a pot of gold. Finally, the leprechaun gave up trying to trick Jack and told him a field of dandelions. He showed Jack the the flour and that the treasure was buried under. But Jack did not have a shovel. Jack used one of his socks to cover the dandelion and mark the spot. Then Jack ran home to get a shovel. When Jack came back, every dandelion in the field had the socks in it. He never did find the socks that marked in the buried part of gold. Jack carried the socks home and told his wife what happened. She said that at least he would not need new socks for a while. Then they both started laughing. Colleen and her parents started laughing too. Imagine a field full of socks, exclaimed Colleen. What a funny story. Colleen could see that she was going to like learning about Ireland from her grandparents. This would be a great visit. Goodbye everyone. See you later. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.